Hello friends, welcome back. I'm Urvashi and today in this video I'm going to be talking about Saturn's retrograde motion in the nakshatra of Shravan in the zodiac sign of Capricorn from the 23rd of May to the 11th of October. So this is a long transit for more than 4 months, almost a transit which will be there for about 5 months. It's an important transit and we will feel the impact of this. So what will be the impact or how should we look at this transit is what I am going to be discussing in this video. So I have already made videos on Saturn's transit through Capricorn, and I have made a separate video of Saturn's transit through Shravan nakshatra, and I'm going to be giving both those videos in the description below. You can click on those links and go through those videos, but this particular video is on Saturn's retrograde motion in this particular nakshatra and this particular zodiac. So we all know Capricorn is a sign for structures, rules, regulations, status, position, and Saturn's transit through this zodiac will want us to work towards achieving that status, that position, that structured life that we have in mind. We would be aiming to create that structure in our life and achieve that status, whatever is in our minds. And through the nakshatra of Shravan, this transit of Saturn's through Shravan is all about strategic planning. It's all about learning. It's all about finishing our ego. It's all about listening to advice. It's all about doing our duties, being responsible, completing our duties, completing what we start. I also have made a video on the importance of that period when the planet is very slow. It's an important period, the 5 days when Saturn is about to turn retrograde. The 5 days prior to that, Saturn is almost stationary. So those 5 days are extremely important if used in the right manner, especially for achieving spiritual goals. But whatever your goals are, whatever you do at that time, the planet is totally focused on your actions. There is no movement, there is no distraction. The planet is completely focused. So I'm also going to be sharing that video in the description below. You should be watching that video also so that you will better know how to utilize this time. You got to check this with yourself. Where is the sign of Capricorn? Which houses does Saturn rule? For Aries, it's the 10th and the 11th house. For Taurus, it's the 9th and the 10th house. So whatever is your ascendant and moon sign, from there, what are the houses that Saturn rules? What are the things that we need to change about those houses? Because Saturn going retrograde means that energy is going to slow down a little bit. It's going to take us back. It's going to want us to check or assess and make changes. That is what retrogression is all about. When you stop and you go back to complete certain tasks, but you will have to work harder to complete those tasks because you did not do it at the first place. They are left undone. So now you got to make some extra effort in completing those tasks if you want to achieve the level of success, or you want that structured life, or you want that status and position for yourself, whatever you are out to achieve. For that, you got to go back, finish, complete certain things that are left incomplete or are not done properly. In the nakshatra of Shravan, the energy is all about being very clever, being very intelligent, planning very well. You got to watch that video to know why I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm going to give the links below. You need to have a strategy as to what you want, and you need to assess your goals also, whatever your goals are. Sometimes we have illogical, irrational goals, and you need to assess first your goals. Your goals are directly connected to your ego and your self-esteem. Sometimes our ego is so bloated up that we tend to make impractical goals in life. So first assess your goals, then have a strategy, then also go and take advice, learn, because these are the key themes of Shravan. Where is the missing link in your life? So goals, strategy, and then taking advice or learning skills, and then being totally dedicated, being focused, being responsible with your work. Are we doing all that? In the nakshatra of Shravan, this retrogration means we need to check all these things. There is a loose end somewhere in our lives, which we need to tie before we can achieve that structure, we can achieve that status, the position, the sense of security which Saturn desires when it is transiting through Capricorn, because right opposite is the sign of Cancer, the 4th house, the sense of security, the house of security. And Saturn desires that when it is transiting through Capricorn, it wants to create that. But the energy is more internalized. We tend to internalize the energy, we tend to assess things more, and we need to do that, because we can't in life continuously keep moving forward. You can't always be moving forward. You have to stop, pause, and assess what you're doing to see if it's leading you in the right direction or not, if the direction is correct, if the goal is correct, if the planning is correct, if the skills are there. So that is what this transit is about. And so the signs of Capricorn, Aquarius, because Saturn rules both these signs, and wherever Saturn is posited in your chart, all 3 houses could be major focus areas. So I don't know where Saturn is posited in your chart. I will talk about the signs of Capricorn, Aquarius. So you can then also add the 3rd house wherever Saturn is posited to see where you need to bring those changes. So for Aries, ascendant as well as moon, the 10th and the 11th house, it's posited in the 10th house right now in transit. The 10th house becomes extremely important, but even the 11th house, because it rules the 11th house, and whichever house it is posited in your chart, you should also think about that house. But there will be certain changes. Maybe it's your aim in life, maybe whatever status and position or career you're aiming for, maybe it's not practical. You need to assess what changes you need to make. Maybe it's a strategy, maybe it's a change of career that you're planning now. Maybe you're not ready to listen to advice. Maybe you are not able to connect with your boss. Maybe you need to go back, learn something related to this field that you've picked up. So there could be learning, there could be connecting with your boss. Shravan nakshatra is all about connecting with others. You may need to connect with your boss. You may need to connect with other people for the sake of your career, because this also Saturn also rules the 11th house of Aquarius. So your network circles, maybe somebody from your network circle will help you out related to your career. Maybe you need to connect more with people. So learning, connecting with people, listening to advice. Maybe you need to change your goal. The 10th house is also our goal, what we are aiming for. It's the success that we are aiming for. Maybe the goal is not correct. You need to assess that. Now I'm going to be talking about Taurus. For Taurus, Saturn is in the 9th house but rules the 9th and the 10th house. And wherever it is posited in your chart, you need to also think about that house. So the 9th house is all about learning. The 9th house is about your philosophy. It's your father, your guru, your teacher. But Saturn also rules the 10th house. So about your career, maybe you need some advice. Maybe you need to learn something. Maybe you need to change your philosophy. Maybe you need to change your attitude about your career. Maybe you need to change your relationship with your father. Maybe it's a time to go back and connect with your father. Listen to your father, listen to your teacher, listen to a guru, because Shravan is all about connecting. So connect with your father, whoever you consider a father figure in your life, a teacher or a guru, somebody you respect and you would want to take advice from. Whatever situation you are in, you need to go back and connect with them. Our own attitude and philosophy. Maybe we are too egoistic, overly confident. Maybe we need to be more open and involve others. Be open about connecting with others, other religions, other cultures. Be open to the whole world. Now I'm going to be talking about Gemini. For Gemini, this is the 8th house. Saturn is transiting through the 8th house, but it rules the 8th and the 9th house. And also consider which house is Saturn posited in. 8th house is the subconscious. All the gains that you have from things where you haven't worked, your mutual funds, any investments, insurance, banking, your spouse's money, your relationship with your spouse, your relationship with your spouse's family, your own subconscious, psychological, hidden side of your personality. Maybe it's the relationship. What are the goals that you have in your relationship? Because it's the growth of the 7th house. What do you expect from your relationship with your spouse? How do you plan to make it better? How do you plan to be more at peace? What is disturbing you? What is hidden in the psychological side of your personality? What is on the subconscious level? You need to bring it out. You need to think about it first yourself. Know it first yourself. Maybe you need help. Maybe you need to talk to a friend. Saturn in the 8th house retrograde can be disturbing. It will take us back to the past and make us remember, some of the things that we want to suppress in our memory. But it's taking us back to the past and bringing those things out so that we can let go, so that we can unburden ourselves. So do not be scared when past issues come up in your mind. Think about them. Resolve them in your mind, or take somebody's help. Shravan is the nakshatra for reaching out. Shravan has the power of connecting with others. Maybe this retrogression is so that you can connect with somebody else, talk your heart out, unburden yourself, be more at peace. Connect more with your spouse's family. Be more growth oriented. Work on those ego issues that you have, you and your spouse. For Cancer, Saturn rules the 7th and the 8th house, posited in the 7th house. In directional strength, Saturn is very strong. It has directional strength, and this forms a Mahapurush Yoga as well. It's a good position, but Saturn is retrograde. The 7th house is your relationships, how you connect with others. And it's in the nakshatra of Shravan, which is all about being able to connect with others. So maybe you need to develop on your skills, work on your skills in connecting with others, maybe with your spouse, maybe with people at large. If your career involves working with a lot of people, maybe it's people skill that you need to work on. Maybe you're too egoistic, too hung up, maybe you're not able to open up with others. And so there is a coldness in the relationship. So now it's about going back, it's about assessing the goals, assessing the ego, assessing the strategy, listening to advice. If you are in a bad relationship, maybe you just need to sit and listen to your spouse. Maybe you just need to sit and have a talk with them. If you are in a bad partnership, any business partnership, maybe again it's a time to assess what is the aim of this partnership. What is the strategy so that the partnership goes smoothly? Do we need some advice from a professional, consultant or somebody? It's all about how you connect with others. It's all about how people connect with you. Learn to be more open. Maybe you're too closed. You just do not know how to connect. Could be personally, could be professionally. And once you learn that, this is a great transit for you. Now I'm going to be talking about Leo. For Leo, this is the 6th house. Saturn is transiting through the 6th house, also rules the 7th house. So the things I said for Cancer can also apply for you. But it is in the 6th house primarily. 6th house is about conflict, your daily routine, litigation, all the difficulties, obstacles that you have in life. Maybe you need to sit and consider, why do I have these difficulties? Am I bringing this on my own self? Is there something missing in the way I should do things? Maybe my aims are not correct. Maybe my daily routine, I'm not very structured and focused. If I'm behind my work is always piling up. Am I avoiding my work? Am I avoiding doing the things that I should do? in routine work? Am I at some way at fault because of which I'm making so many enemies? Why am I not able to connect with my colleagues? How do I work in a better way? How can I be more productive? How can I connect better with people? Because again, it also rules the 7th house. But the 6th house is about your daily routine. So some structuring is required in your daily routine. So maybe some strategic planning, some structuring, some aims and goals you need to change, some advice you need there. Could be dealing with your enemies, could be dealing with conflict, could be dealing with a disease, could be dealing with your daily work. So now I'll come back to Virgo. Virgo, this is the 5th house. Saturn is transiting through the 5th house and it goes retrograde there, also rules the 6th house. And wherever it is posited in your chart, you can see for that house also. So this could be learning, this could be children, this could be your creativity, this could be your happiness. The 5th house is also a happiness, your sense of confidence. Because the natural sign of Leo falls in the 5th house, which is your confidence and your ego. So here Saturn goes retrograde in the 5th house. So why do I lack in confidence? What is wrong with my own self, my self-image in my mind? What are the goals that I should have? What is my strategy with achieving those goals? What is my strategy in increasing that confidence that is lacking in me? What is wrong with my relationship with my children? Why am I not able to connect with my children? Because the 5th house is primarily children if we talk about relationships, or this could also be a love relationship. Why am I not able to connect there? Why is there a distance between me and my children? Do I not listen to them? Maybe I need to sit and listen to them for a change instead of always telling them do this, do that, do this, do that. Or this could be your students, or this could be your subordinates. So why am I not able to connect with them? How can I work on my ego? How can I work on my confidence? How can I work on my creativity? How can I learn more? How can I develop my knowledge more? What courses should I take? What knowledge do I want? So it's all about your own confidence that needs to grow now. You need to check your strategy on that. Then if you're a Libra ascendant, then Saturn is in the 4th house. It also rules the 5th house. So the 5th house things that I said for Virgo you can also connect with those, or wherever Saturn is posited in your chart. But primarily, since it's in the 4th house, so this will be a 4th house theme primarily for you. So here this is about home, your peace of mind, your sense of security. And it also could be property or real estate. What are my goals? What kind of a sense of security am I aiming for? Am I realistic or unrealistic? What is my strategy for achieving that sense of security and peace of mind and peace of heart? What is my relationship with my mother? Do I need to go spend some time with my mother? Should I go back to my home city for a few days? Maybe I just need to connect with her. Maybe I just need to listen to her. This could be a good time for taking advice from your mother, connecting with your mother. What is my plan on real estate? If I want to buy a house, what is my aim? What is my goal? Am I aiming for the most expensive area in the city? Am I being unrealistic? What is my strategy? How much credit can I take? Am I being unrealistic? Should I not be realistic? What is my strategy of feeling more peaceful at heart? In feeling more secure and confident at heart? Am I comparing myself with others, and then feeling less about myself, and then not being happy? Is that the issue in my life? So these are some of the things that you should be asking yourself. Then I'll be talking about Scorpio. Scorpio, this is the third house. Saturn is in the third house. Also the fourth lord. Also wherever it is posited. But the third house is all about initiatives. Initiatives and communication. Are there any initiatives that I should be taking? Is there any action that I should be doing? Are there any skills of the hands, of the arms? Is there any communication or learning that I need to improve on? What is my relation with my siblings? What is my relationship with my network circles, with my friends, with my neighbors? What is my confidence level like? What is my intelligence like? Am I able to differentiate between people? Do I know who my friends are? What is my strategy in whatever initiatives I am taking? Do I have a strategy? Are my initiatives realistic? Am I aiming unrealistically? Am I not doing anything at all? Because the third house is of doing something. Are we not doing anything at all? Then this is going to be a very restless energy. You need to be doing something. Then, for Sagittarius, Saturn is in your second house, also rules the third house. So for Sagittarius people, the second house is wealth, it's family. Are we worried about our wealth? Are there problems in the family? Saturn retrograde here can cause some disturbance within the family. How can I make my relationships better? How can I get rid of my debt? What should my investments be like? Should I make some small amount of investment in some mutual fund for my future security? Should I, invest, in gold? Should I have some movable assets? Why is there this friction at home? Am I too egoistic? Do I not know how to live in a family and keep peace there? Second house is all about family and finances. But personally, I have seen it as finances that is a very big theme. Am I holding on to some money, not getting rid of my debt? Do I need to let go of that little money and get rid of my debt? Because once I get rid of that debt, then the burden is lessened. So what am I doing wrong with my money? What is wrong with my money? Am I spending my money in the wrong way? Am I investing in the wrong way? How can I solve my money problems? What is my strategy? What is my aim? Am I not listening to advice? Do I not listen to my family members? So it's about listening, and this is about speaking also. Am I speaking very harshly? These are some of the questions you will need to ask yourself. Then for Capricorn ascendant, Saturn is in the first house, also lord of the second house. It's all about yourself. This could be your physical self. This could be your mental self also. How is my health? Am I overweight? Do I need to lose weight? What is my strategy? Do I need to work out? Do I need to do yoga? What is my image like? How can I make my image better? What are my aims? What are my desires? It's a time for introspection. Saturn retrograde in the ascendant will take you inwards. It's all about introspection, thinking about yourself. What is your aim? What is your desire? What is your strategy to be there wherever your desire is? Are you listening to somebody or are you not listening to anybody? So it's important now with this retrogression that you understand yourself better. That you know your aims, your desires better. That you know what your aims are about a good health. What your strategy is for a good health. What your strategy is for a good image, self-image. What your strategy is for good sense of confidence in yourself. If you have good health, if you have a good image, if you have good plans, if you have a good strategy to achieve your plans, then you will definitely have a good sense of confidence as well. But what is your strategy about all this? Maybe you need to go back and revise, assess all this, and maybe you will come up with answers now. Then I'll talk about Aquarius. For Aquarius, it's in the 12th house. Saturn is the first lord, also in the 12th house, in the house of giving and expenditure. The 12th house is the house of letting go, of freeing yourself, of giving up of something. It could be giving up of your ego. It could be giving up of psychological burdens that you have. It could be giving up of a stubborn attitude. Aquarius is a fixed sign, Sometimes we can be too stubborn, too hung up about our own philosophy, our own principles. It's a time for letting go. It's a time for letting that subconscious be free finally. It's only then that you will be able to move forward. And Saturn completes the cycle. It goes to the 10th, 12th house first, and then it will come to the ascendant. Then it's about moving forward. Right now it's about letting go. Letting go of all that is there in your subconscious, which is bothering you, which is holding you back. Or this could also be foreign relocation. You could be thinking of moving abroad. Have you planned on what to do about it? Is your goal practical? Have you planned anything about it? What's your strategy? Do you need to take some advice? Should you even be doing it or not? Then do you have a strategy for it? Have you worked on it? Have you taken some advice? Or this could be, giving something of yourself, just sharing with others, and being free from some burden inside of you. This could be some emotional issues that you are facing that are hidden in your subconscious. This could be due to certain past trauma, certain past hurt. But in the nakshatra of Shravan, it's all about being able to connect with others, letting go of that burden, sharing with others. Maybe you need to take help. Maybe you need to reach out to other people, connect with other people, and let go of that burden and finally be free of it. Then I'll be talking about Pisces. For Pisces, this is the 11th house. Saturn is transiting the 11th house, also Lord of the 12th house. So in the 11th house, it's all about network circle. It's all about people you connect with. It's all about your ambitions. What are your ambitions? Are they practical? Are you aiming too high, or are you not aiming at all? Have you made a goal for yourself? Saturn in the 11th house, transiting in the 11th house, it's all about your ambitions. Maybe you don't even have an ambition, you're just moving around randomly. Or if you have one, maybe it's not very practical. If it is practical, is there a strategy to achieve it? Are you using a strategy? Or it's just randomly, you just have a aim, you just have a dream, an ambition. But it'll happen if it'll happen. If that's the attitude, then it may just never happen. Now is the time to strategize, to plan, to take some advice, to connect with your network circle. It's all about connecting with others. Connect with your network circle. Something could come out of it. Pisces can be very dreamy, imaginative, and not very focused. Maybe you need to be more focused in what you're doing. Maybe you need to be very focused and dedicated and responsible towards your ambitions. So that is all for now for this video. I will now be seeing you in the next video. Bye bye for now.